On this episode of Out of the Box Gaming, which you work for IGN, why is there a GameStop and GameSpot? And is GameSpot stuck in the 90s? Power up your favorite console, press play, and enjoy gaming with us. Alright, what's up, gamers? Welcome to Out of the Box Gaming. I'm your host, Nick Picard, and I'm joined by Just Wilkinsey.
Just
honestly, I couldn't think of a nickname, so I was just like, you know what, it's just going to be Just Wilkinsey.
First time ever, guys. I don't have a nickname.
I mean, it's just you, yeah. Okay. If you're joining us for the first time or for the 36th time, we want to welcome you. Thank you so much. We are a gaming podcast where we talk about all types of games, like video games, board games, card games, etc. We also will have special guests on here where we learn about their story and their journey into gaming. Now, you may ask why you want to talk about this. Well, because we want to, and we think that we have something to say that you may want to hear.
That's right, everyone. We want to share our love of games with you and possibly introduce you to something new.
Sorry, I'm caught off because Lindsey's just looking at the screen and looks sad.
Sorry.
If you want to catch us live, you can do that by going to twitch.tv/AceKingKing on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We are also joined by Lindsey, our wonderful producer.
Hi. Yeah, sorry, I was confused because I thought you had left my introduction out, but it was just in a different place.
Sorry. I didn't take it from like the very last episode because it was a bunch of stuff.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm here. Yeah, hi.
Also, check out our Discord. We want to hear from you, so feel free to drop topic ideas and discussion questions that you would love for us to talk about. This can be done by joining our Discord, going on over to that topic ideas or discussion questions text channel and typing away.
And I believe Lindsey is ready with our trivia question as she pulled out her phone and got it ready while Will was saying that last thing. So,
look, I had it ready. I just had to pull up the screenshot I took. Okay.
What do you have for us today?
Okay, guys. My question for today is who were the first rappers to have their very own mainstream video game?
You know, I know of a couple
solid
video games about rappers, and I know it, but you said multiple rappers. I'm gonna need a clarification later on, but I have a couple of ideas.
I may have an idea. The problem is I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up for me, because I was just thinking of one rapper.
Yeah, rappers. Yeah. Which that may have helped you, but it didn't help me at all. But that is an excellent question you have for us today, Lindsey. If you guys at home want to think about that question, we'll come back to it at the end of the episode. We'll give our answers, and then we'll hear the correct answer.
Yeah. All right. So, as the ones watching live, you can see that we don't have a special guest this week. We just thought we would, go and look into our Discord at topic ideas or suggestions that you have done, and we finally pulled one out. And this week we're going to be talking about, and this was the question that was in the Discord: if the opportunity presented itself, would you work for IGN, Game Informer, or some other company in the industry? So we just thought that would be a fun topic to actually talk about. I mean, it's something that I've thought about, like, even before this question was presented, like, a year ago or something. But yeah. So, Will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Would you work for IGN or any of them? I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different ones, and I don't know the difference between them, if there's really any difference. I mean, because you have like IGN, GameSpot, Games Radar, the one I said earlier I couldn't really pronounce, and then like Eurogamer, Game Informer, like all those. There's just so many different ones. Do you know how to say that one, Lindsey?
Kotaku?
Yeah,
Kotaku?
Sure. Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, if you're confident enough, it'll sound correct. Kotaku.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
When you said Game Informer, it unlocked a memory for me because I was subscribed to Game Informer for years as a child, and then completely forgot that even existed.
Yeah, like I feel like now if you go to GameStop and you can either get the like physical copies of Game Informer mailed to you, or you could just get a digital. And I think with my subscription thing, I just do digital.
Oh, is that the thing that you get at GameStop?
Yeah.
That magazine you
Yeah.
never
I
look
never
at?
look at. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Never look at.
Yeah,
Solid.
I mean, for
look
me,
at
I would
it.
just prefer to have it digital anyways, because like I'll find all my like gaming news online, and I'm not looking at an actual magazine. So
So if you work for Game Informer, you'd be working for, according to our reliable source.
So then maybe we should break it down on which one of these companies would you work for if there's certain ones you wouldn't want to work for.
Could you get some benefits from? Can I get GameStop stock if I go and work for Game Informer right now? Because we are going to the moon.
I mean, valid question.
I think you have to be there for a few years to start getting stock. I have no idea.
I mean, no, go ahead, because I did ask you the question.
Yeah, I mean, Game Informer, any of these working with writing articles that's basically just reviewing games, I feel would be really fun unless you have like an extremely difficult quota. That's like
Yeah.
you have to get like this many reviews in a week about all of these games. It could be difficult because some games, you want to get a good feel for to actually do a good, educated review. Otherwise, it's not going to be a good review and you're going to lose your job.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like with these different kind of like industries like that, actually, no, I'll bring that up later. I was going to bring up a thing about board games, but we'll come back to that. But with these, the ones that are like, they basically just do the gaming reviews or news, walkthroughs, like all that stuff. I feel like it may just depend on the job there, where I would be like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. But some of it I feel like could just be exhausting. Like the reviews might be fine, like doing that, because you would get to play the game and you just have to like come with a review, which I don't know how they would. I guess they have like a thing where they have to scale everything off of. But really, whoever does the review, I feel like they're doing it off of them. I mean, they may even still have like a bunch of people, play the game and kind of like have like maybe a scale point of like 0 to 10, and like they do that. But still, whenever they come down to like their videos and they say, we're breaking down like each part of this game and this is our review, really, I feel like it's mostly like that person that's doing the review. I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, that's just how I'm thinking about it. Also, honestly, I don't know if I would want it to be, because I know at least for IGN, because there's some things that I've like listened to, and they'll have like people from IGN working there, or some of them used to work for IGN, and they would talk about how they would they have to like get these reviews ready because they'll get the game in advance, but they are having to spend continuous hours playing that game, like over 24 hours, like getting through the game, trying to beat it to, because they have to like go through it all before they can actually do a review.
Makes sense.
And
Right.
with like giant games like what, Assassin's Creed Valhalla or whatever,
Big game.
that's it's a huge game, so like you're just sitting there and you're playing the games like the whole time. I mean, which sounds nice in theory, but when you actually get down to it and you are on a deadline to get that review in, that like it could just tire you out, and you'll probably just kind of get burned out from the game or playing a game. Because I know with I think there's like a podcast from like IGN, and I would like kind of listen to it every now and then, and they would talk about it that yeah, I'm having to like play this game. Like I've already done like 20 something hours, but I still have to finish it, and I have like less than X amount of time to get it done and get the review out.
I mean, I like it depends, I guess, on how early you get the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got to have that review done before the game releases.
Yeah.
But I feel like playing it like that might take out some of the enjoyment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you just gotta rush to get it.
Yeah, because
Get it
that
played so you
point
can
you're just
review it.
like trying to get through it. You're not actually sitting back enjoying the game, looking at everything that you would want to look at. You're like on a mission to get that done, get that review ready.
Yeah, they probably like build a sort of outline and like hit all their marks as they're playing the game. Like, checking graphics, shading,
Yeah.
different sort of interactions. Um, they may even go into frame data. I've never really like seen a review from any of the big name places that go into like frame data of certain moves, abilities, attacks, rolls,
Yeah.
movements. But that's like really in-depth stuff, and they kind of usually just kind of gloss over like general, this is the game and this is what we kind of feel about it.
Yeah.
Um, but I may be wrong on that, but I haven't seen a whole lot of big name reviewers making that kind of stuff, especially for fighting games. Like if you want to find, what's with that face?
The sound for Stream Raiders went off in my ears, so
Oh.
everyone listening is going to be able to hear that.
This is why you
Whoops.
mute.
Rip. Oh gosh, what was I saying?
I
You guys threw me off so bad.
Sorry.
I was like, what did I say?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Let me go up and let's mute this.
Just press that button and mutes it all.
Oh yeah, frame data and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to kind of get that out there, but no one really does that. Like you kind of have to search for YouTube videos randomly from like random dudes on the internet for stuff like that. Like I remember having to do that for Dark Souls a lot. Being like, so how does the actual roll work? Because you've got several different roll speeds based
Yeah.
on your weight. And there's no real good videos except for like random dudes on the internet being like, all right, guys, look, here's the limits for each weight. um, so I feel like if they didn't rush their reviews,
Mm-hmm.
they could get more important stuff in them, and they
Yeah.
could maybe even do more with games, because I haven't seen a lot of deep dives into games lately. But that may just be because when I go on YouTube and find stuff, not usually by IGN or any of those big dudes,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah, I feel
when
like
I
I
want the
normally.
in-depth content, that is.
Yeah. I feel like we normally look at like the people on YouTube who have several part videos like with their review on
Mm-hmm.
the game because they're able to take their time with it and really get that perspective.
Yeah. So I mean, would that really just come down to like the gaming company not giving these big industries the game quick enough? Because
Could be.
I mean,
Could be.
if they had it like several weeks in advance or whatever, it wouldn't be that bad, and they can actually take their time.
Right. Yeah, that particular reviewer could take those weeks, several, intervals throughout those weeks rather than say, I don't know how early they get the
Yeah,
games.
I don't know.
But I mean, I would assume if they got the game several weeks before, depending on how many projects they're currently working on, they could get a good decent amount of reviewing in.
Mm-hmm.
If they're
Yeah.
like us and they love games and they game all the time anyways. I mean, I feel like I would be excited to play a new game and
Mm-hmm.
probably put several hours into it.
Yeah.
And then if I didn't like the game, obviously that would go in my review. Be like, all right, I played several hours of this and didn't like it, but here's things about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'd make a terrible reviewer.
Yeah, because I feel like it would just come down to, like I was saying before, your personal opinion.
Right.
But with them, I don't know if they would have like several people play this game, and then you have like this chart you have to go off of and try to make a review off of that.
They probably have some company guidelines.
Hmm.
Like, hey, when you review, we want you to look at A, B, C, and go through the list and kind of highlight these areas of the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would assume they would probably have at least a couple people go through the game.
Now, I was also thinking, because like with IGN, it says like game news, reviews, and walkthroughs, which we were mostly talking about the reviews there. But the walkthroughs, it made me think of, from the or the Netflix documentary that we've watched. The I can't remember the high score. Was that it?
High score? I think
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah, you remember in there where the one dude, he was saying that he needed a summer job, and someone was like, "Hey, yeah, you can go work for, I think it was Sega, and be like a game tester or
Oh,
something."
yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily a game tester. I mean, you're technically testing the game, but you're having to study everything, and you would get people to call and be like, "Hey, I'm stuck at
Oh,
this part." And they have like a giant book in front of them, and you would have to like
Nintendo
remember.
Game Master?
Maybe it was
I
that
think Nintendo
Nintendo.
Game
Yeah.
Master. I'm gonna look it up, but I
Oh
think
yeah,
they were
yeah.
Nintendo
It was
Game
Nintendo, not
Masters.
Sega. Because I remember it was talking about Mario, and they would be like, "Okay, now you would have to like if this is where you're at, they would have to go and find it and tell them where they would need to go."
Yeah.
So it was like walkthroughs, but back in the day where it was on call.
Well, I mean, it's what we do now when we Google it.
Yeah.
When you're stuck at a certain part of a game and you Google it, instead you would call them
You
and
would
they would
call
have
these
to.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like it would be
All right, Game
exhausting
Master is some animated series, so it's not that.
to but yeah, the whole walkthroughs thing, that's like you having to go in and do everything in the game and like clip that or screenshot, tell people like that one. I don't know if I would want to do. I really don't, because like yeah, it would be
What
kind
if
of
you
fun.
tell them something wrong?
They probably would get mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
that's
mean,
like knowing everything about the game.
I mean, I feel like it comes down to how in depth their particular walkthroughs
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
and what kind of walkthroughs they do. Because it could just be like, here's how you beat all the major bosses, or it could be
Yeah.
a full on like, here's all of the flags in Assassin's Creed, here's all of the secret people and whatever. It's
But like, do you think with these these gaming companies that they actually have to go and find it themselves, or do you think whenever the company sends them the game, they tell them, be like, "Hey, this is where you can find all the stuff," and then they just go and they like play the game. They go to where they said they find it, and they take a picture, and like that's how they make their walkthroughs. Or do you
so
think
you
they
remember
actually
those
have to play it?
old like books that we used to get for games, like that were like walkthrough game books. I only ever
Yeah,
had one. It was for Pokemon Crystal.
I had one for Pokemon Platinum. That was like the only
Nice.
one I ever bought, and it was like
Yeah.
a book that thick. But for me, there's no point now of getting them because you can literally find everything online.
I don't
So
know why
Yeah.
they still.
I did buy the collector's edition of Black because it was like hard cover and it had Zekrom on it and it was really cool.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, so who publishes those? Is that the actual like company that
oh,
develops the game, or is that
I
I
because I
always
don't
mean
remember who
they
assumed.
does because
released with the game, so I would think it would be the
I always
company.
assumed it was the game company.
Yeah,
so maybe the game company used to, if I don't, are those still a thing?
I think
Used to
so.
give those to the reviewers just so they could get through the game easier. I mean, that would make sense.
yeah,
Because then you could get the review out much quicker because
hmm
you're not having to like struggle through a lot of stuff. But at the same time, you don't get to experience a lot of the puzzliness,
Yeah. It's just
and
like
that's
a
a lot of the
cheat.
enjoyment in some game. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think it just kind of goes with how each individual company operates and what information they're given when they're reviewing. But reviewing, I don't think would be bad, as long as you have decent amount of time.
Yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to have to be like, you have to get this done. It's a 24-hour game. You have to get it done in 48 hours. Like that's no bueno. No.
Yeah, no. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my opinion on like that sort of front end reviewing side. Reviewing specifically, making walkthroughs, I would want to be way too freaking detailed for probably most of these companies,
Yeah.
you know? So I mean, I would still say yes to a job. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
um,
IGN's basically just like a news company, but gaming related.
Yes.
So if I had to
Mm.
work at a news company, I would rather it be IGN than Fox or something like that.
which
I mean,
Lindsay, they're currently looking for a host in Culver City, California. So
I don't want to move to California. Nope.
no,
That's one of the places that's off the list for where I would live.
that in Florida.
I would visit, but I wouldn't live.
But yeah, then like I was going to bring up the whole news part of these gaming companies.
Yeah.
That's the one where okay, that's
Solid.
that. I think that would be the one that I think I could see myself like easily be like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll absolutely work for the news part.
I'll be that girl on IGN that does says the bad puns and shares the news on Instagram.
What, Sydney Goodman? Sydney Goodman. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can make terrible puns.
I mean, like the news part, I feel like could be the easier job out of the other ones, depending on, what all information resources they get, like for the reviews and walkthroughs. But the news is like, like any other news, like you go out, you find the information and, write up the article and put that out. So, which I mean, we get like news all the time. So I don't know how many people they would even have to do like the news part because there's like constantly something. Even if it's like a slow week of news or whatever, you're still getting something.
Yeah, they scrounge. They must have like inside sources at a lot of places that just constantly feed them information that they can just like
Yeah.
go on because there's always articles coming out constantly.
Yeah, well, and I've noticed some of the IGN stuff hasn't necessarily just been gaming related,
Yeah.
but some of it's more like still in the nerdy fandom.
Yeah.
Like they'll talk about movies and stuff that even aren't necessarily gaming related, but I mean, you gotta scrounge up something, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of times I'll see stuff about this new like the Justice League's Cinder Cut or whatever, Snyder Cut, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like they'll be talking about that. They'll talk about like TV shows that have happened, stuff that normally I guess they would think we would watch, nerds, geeks, and all that. So, but yeah, it's not always gaming. It's mostly gaming. So, now I'm just trying to think. I'm like, between all these like different companies, is there really a big difference on who you would work for?
Depends on the benefits. Like, I mean, if Game Informer gets a lot of like, if I can get good deals at GameStop, maybe. Maybe. But I mean, like,
I thought you meant
right
like
now.
I thought you meant like insurance as benefits.
Oh,
You were here talking about
who needs
discounts.
insurance. I'm talking about
Discounts, yeah,
I'm
but
talking about insider information.
But the thing
I'm
is
talking
like
about early access to games.
you're already going to be getting like if you're working for these companies, wouldn't you already be getting like early access to the games?
But who gets it first? Maybe it's IGN. they're doing really well right now. They're up there.
I mean, I'd say they're at the top of the.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Yeah.
say IGN's probably like the highest one. GameSpot's up there, but not like IGN.
Is GameSpot just the magazine, or do they do like other media formats? Because I'm not gonna sit down.
GameSpot? I don't think they have a magazine, do they?
Oh wait, which one's with the magazine?
Game Informer.
Game Informer.
Game Informer's the magazine.
Gosh, guys, why can't we have more creative names?
I know. Well, hold on. Can we just take a second? Like, why on earth are we going to have GameStop
And
as
GameSpot.
and then the GameSpot? Like,
GameSpot needs to update their logo.
like literally the same letters in both names.
Taking shots at GameSpot over here.
They need to update their logo. Have they not updated it since they launched in 1996? January 13th, 1996.
Branding,
come on, guys.
Branding. Come
Get
on,
with the times.
Okay, so we wouldn't work for GameSpot purely off of their logo. That's nice.
Yeah, that's Lindsey.
I mean, yeah. So back to my question. Gosh, Nicholas, that did not fix the problem.
I did. Sure. It's not even for me. I don't even know what that's for.
Anyway, Game Informer, are they only the magazine? Or do they have other media platforms?
Monthly video game magazine featuring articles, news, strategy, and reviews of video games and associated consoles. So yeah, I guess just the magazine.
See, I'm not gonna sit down and read a magazine. Like, no matter what the magazine is, I really don't read them anymore.
I mean, as a magazine itself, no. They should just go strictly.
I'll follow
digital.
IGN on Instagram and I'll look at what they post. I don't yet, but I could. I don't know. I feel like you gotta broaden your.
Also, that's another thing. I didn't even think of, like using the social media for like the news. I know Lindsey mentioned it before, but it didn't dawn on me because like you would have like the people go out and like get the information, but then you would have all the people that work for the like social media type side where you're just posting a bunch of stuff on there. So I feel like that would be something Lindsey would definitely do.
Yeah. And look, GameStop, GameSpot. If you want to hire me to fix your logo, we can work on it. Okay. I got some ideas.
Get them.
Yeah.
Also, if any of you want to hire me to review the Prince of Persia game.
Yeah, as much as Lindsey bashes the game, she still wants a copy of it so she can play.
Look, I can't. It would only be fair for me to actually play the game and give an honest review.
You haven't played the game that you have been trashing.
It's not even out yet.
It was supposed to be released in January, but it's been delayed till March, I believe.
I mean, it shows how much I've researched this game. I've just taken your word for it this entire time. I thought it had released, and you were just like, "It's a trash game."
No, it was.
It just looked
based
terrible.
off of was it the PlayStation?
I don't know.
It was whatever that was shown at over whenever it was time. What is time anymore? I don't know. It's whatever they released of like the game so far. I was not a fan. It looked terrible, but it was delayed. It was supposed to come out in January this year, but it's been delayed to March 18th. So I mean, I'll pick up the game when it comes out. I'll play it.
Yeah, it originally came out on PlayStation 2 and 3, GameCube.
The first one.
First one, and it was back in 03.
Yeah, the 03 version looks better than the 2021 version. But
that's cold.
I mean, I'm off on my tangent again. But look, I'll give them a shot. I will. I'll play it. I'll give a review. Okay. So be looking for that review, guys, when it finally comes out.
So, okay. Back on, the actual topic. We mostly were just talking about like the different video game companies. Now, what about these board game companies? Or like, the card game companies? Like, would you work for them? I feel like it would be completely different.
Did we talk about working for the video game companies? I thought we just talked about these reviewing.
That's what, like...
Oh, are there ones that do board games?
I'm pretty sure, I mean, it has to be, right?
Yo, if there's not, we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it. Patenting it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's our idea. I don't even know. What?
I
don't know.
I mean, really, it would go so well with our name.
I mean, well, is Board Game Geek do that? Right there. I know they have a lot of information about games on here.
And they'll have, like, ratings and stuff.
I don't know what all they do.
And then I know there's a YouTube channel. They'll do reviews on board games. It's like Dice Tower or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't.
But there's not an actual company that.
But I'm like, could it?
Big boy company.
I mean, that I feel like it would be better to actually review a game, because normally they make their board games or card games last like no more than an hour, really, unless you get into more in depth games. Then those can actually last over an hour.
Right.
Like
Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven or Talisman or something like that. Those can last a while, but these other ones I feel like it would be a lot better, like, easier to review, because it's like, oh, these games on average take like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sit down and learn the rules and play it. You play it a couple times and then you have an idea, and then it's easy to pick up like flaws and be like, well, I know I can do this, and I don't know if that should be possible. That kind of breaks the game. So I feel like I would enjoy doing the board, like, reviewing board games more than the video games. Just because I feel like it would be easier.
Quite possibly.
I mean, that's just me. That's just like how I'm thinking.
But imagine having like a terrible coworker when you have to play board games and stuff with them.
Yeah.
Just being like, oh god, I hate this guy, and then like beats you at every board game.
Yeah.
Rubs it in your face.
I can relate.
Oh.
I don't rub it in your face.
No, the beating me at every game part.
Okay. I was about to say.
I can relate strongly to that. But no, you don't normally rub it in my face.
No. Anytime we play Magic, she'll get upset if I like overkill her. But I'm just, just trying to be safe.
Yeah.
Because there'll be times where I'm like, okay, this is enough damage to kill you, and I do that, and then something happens and I don't kill them. So
Exactly.
That never
That's why I
happens
have to
when
always
you play
throw
me, though.
200 trample damage at something.
yes. Yeah.
With like double strike or something.
We like double strike.
But yeah, like, if you look at Board Game Geek, like with this, like, you can browse all the games and they'll have like reviews. So I guess like they do reviews, but I don't know how many people actually work for them. And then I know they have forums, but I don't know if they have like a lot of news. I feel like a lot of the news would even just come from the company, because like, look at, was it Fantasy Flight Games? I mean, they make a lot of games, but if you go to their website, they'll talk about like upcoming stuff.
Yeah, and Wizards of the Coast does the same thing for most of their stuff.
Yeah, so really it's like they're their own company that's making the game, but also giving news. So they're doing it all in one.
Which, I mean, I guess is the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Make the game and also do press and stuff and social and all that for it.
I mean, that way people would just have to go to like one place.
Yeah. Wow. So we've gone over what? Reviewing,
News,
walkthroughs, news,
board games,
social.
Yeah.
So did y'all actually answer the question?
Oh, I mean, we said yeah, we would.
Yes.
I mean, like, why not? Like, good experience. I mean, just kind of like learn to see how things go, and then you'll kind of actually get an idea of how things are run. instead of us just making these assumptions.
I mean, there's pros and cons to any job.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. I would actually look at benefits, like insurance, unlike Will.
He's just looking at the benefits of getting discounts and stuff, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be cool. It'd also be cool if we could get someone who works at one of these places on the podcast. You know, y'all listening out there, what's up?
Yeah. And sponsorship.
Prince of Persia. Never sponsor.
Ubisoft, I love your games. Sponsor us. Is that for Prince of Persia?
I mean, I do really like Rainbow Six Siege.
I mean, I don't have an issue with their games other than this one, but I'll give it a fair shot, like I said.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Do it.
Cool. Well, that was a great question that we got. So
yeah,
I mean, I know we normally say it later, but I want to go ahead and just plug it in here. If any of y'all listening have any game not game, just any suggestions like topic ideas or whatever, just go put it in our Discord because we finally got to pull one, and that was an enjoyable conversation. We learned some things. So now we're going to what? Oh, you have more to say?
We didn't talk about like accounting and all of like the back office people.
Yeah.
Which could actually be pretty, entertaining. But yeah, I think overall, I would work at one of those places.
Mm-hmm.
Until obviously if the place was not fun anymore or, just not a good environment. But yeah, if offered a job, heck yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to
the Wheel of Nostalgic Games.
Yes.
Ooh.
After I
just
maybe
improvise that. I really shouldn't improvise anything. I've learned that over the years. I'm not an improviser.
Yeah. Hopefully this will work. Covering up Will. Just a spin. And we got Ultimate Spider-Man. Nice. Nice. Sorry, Will, I had to cover you up there.
You good, man. You good.
You're back now.
Ooh,
but yeah, if any of y'all ever want to like give us, normally I say this before I spin, but I wanted to go ahead and spin. Yeah, if any of y'all have any like game suggestions for us to put on the nostalgia wheel, just go to the Discord, put it there. But yeah, we got Ultimate Spider-Man.
The wheel was covering up.
I don't know. Have you ever played this one, Will?
I remember playing it. I didn't play a whole lot of it. That was the
that was the comic book looking one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I played it.
Start going into that, but I didn't know if that was actually the one.
I played it for PlayStation 2. Now I want to say, this was probably my favorite Spider-Man game growing up.
Wow.
Like over, what was it? The Spider-Man 2? That everyone still remembers, like with the web swing. This one, Ultimate Spider-Man, was my absolute favorite. And I remember going around, going up like the tallest building, dropping down from it, and then like swinging away like right before, or even hitting the ground and nothing happens. But it was just, I think it was the aesthetics of the game that I really liked, because it was like that comic book type look. And whenever I went and played the newest the Spider-Man from 2018, not the newest one, which is Miles Morales. Whenever I played that one, I put on the comic book skin because it just made me think of this game. Because I remember getting it one Christmas. It was a Christmas Eve night. At my grandparents, got the game, and then whenever I went home, I opened it up, put it in, and I started playing. I mean, I didn't get far because it's Christmas Eve night. My mom was like, "Hey, you need to go to bed." So, but yeah, I absolutely love this game. I would totally play it again. I don't even think. Oh, apparently it's not that long. Like 2 hours. I mean,
Oh,
well,
wow.
actually, I mean that could just be. No, that says full gameplay walkthrough, like 2 hours. Dang. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game. It was one of my favorites.
I have nothing to say on this one.
Oh, okay.
Haven't played it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Check it out. Ooh.
It was really good. I think the story, I vaguely remember like Peter's dad being a scientist and he created Venom rather than Venom being like an alien. I think that's how it worked. But yeah, it was it was an interesting game.
Mhm.
I definitely liked the story and the animation was, like you
Yeah.
said, fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was our nostalgic game of the week. Now we're going to move on. We normally have this at the beginning, but we decided to change things up, and we're going to move on to what we've been playing.
Yay. We
Yeah,
haven't talked
yeah,
about what we've been playing in a while.
yeah. It's been a while.
Been a
So
bit. Been a while.
been a while. So I guess I'll go first.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yes, sir.
Um, well, um, I don't even remember the last thing that when we talked about this, what I've said. I know I can say that I've beat Immortals. I don't remember if I said that last time.
I feel like you did.
I don't know. I'll say it again. I beat Immortals. Um, I've oh, let me look over. Lindsey and I started Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We have not gotten very far. We've played like 7, 8 hours of it, but we haven't got far. I mean, it's fun. It's different. It's just going to be a long game. Gosh, I've played so much. Thinking
Did
about
your
it.
assumption of it just being Vikings with assassins slapped on it, did that hold true? Or does it actually feel like an Assassin's Creed game?
At the beginning, it didn't, but after you get the Hidden Blade, it kind of feels like it. We haven't really played enough for me to make the judgment yet, because we're still
Gotcha.
like in the very first area, and we haven't like moved on. But maybe as we get through the game more, it may feel more like an Assassin's Creed.
I just know that I saw one of our streamer friends playing it, and she was fighting a giant ice bear thing,
Oh
and
yeah,
it was like God of War, man. I was like,
yeah,
"What is
yeah,
this?"
yeah. That wasn't Assassin's Creed. That was like an like a RPG thing, like God of War or something. That was an Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna say from what I've seen from the game, because I've watched like a lot of gameplay, kind of watched it, and from my experience, I miss the old ones. I really do. I mean, I know the new ones are good from like what a lot of people say, but I do miss the old ones. Of like, it's a little bit more. Um, I mean, it's not really more linear. It's still open world, but I just miss the old ones of how the game style was, gameplay and all that.
Yeah, the
But
flavors were all there. Like it was Assassin's Creed, even when you were doing pirate stuff.
yeah, yeah, that one's
But
still
then they got away from it after a while.
yeah. So yeah, I know we've been playing. We played that some. Um, let's see. I played Sims the other week.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I had a hankering to do that, and um, well, whenever I streamed it, things took a turn, and I started to play Sims like I never played it before, and it's by far the easiest way to make money. So yeah, I just started killing people in Sims.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, it was fun. Um, and then after that, like I actually did a Sims challenge because one of our friends, she sent me a like list of like 50 different challenges, and I just decided to do one of them, and I did, and it was fun. I mean, I completed it. Um, so yeah, I've done Sims. I've also, I know at one point I played Pummel Party for the first time. That was fun. Mario Party, but for adults, and You can actually play it online and do the actual game, and not like with the Mario Party on Switch where it's just doing the mini games. You actually get to do the board game part of it. So, I've also played Golf with Friends, which that one's a lot of fun. Highly suggest that game. And then I know the other day this week, I was for some reason I was like on the nostalgic game feel because I did Sims, and then I wanted to play Roller Coaster Tycoon, and then people were talking about Planet Coaster, and then the other day I found out that Planet Coaster was made by the people that did Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So then Lindsey and I ended up getting Planet Coaster, and I'm really enjoying it. So it's a lot of fun. And I've also rolled some marbles on stream, and that's fun. I never thought I would have so much fun just rolling marbles.
Yeah. Marble race.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've played more because I've done some Overwatch, done some Fortnite. I've also tried was it Destruction?
Yes.
Destruction All Stars. That's on the PS5. I
Oh,
tried
yeah.
that. It's pretty fun. I haven't played online against actual people. I've done the tutorial, and then I did like basically the tutorial practice matches of each game mode. And there's I don't know how many game modes there are, like maybe 6 or something. 6 or 7, because I just want to try because I didn't know them, so I just want to try each one. I mean it's fun. I'm glad it's a free game for me. I don't know if I would have paid like full price for it. I think that's it. I mean, that could be it. I mean, it's been a while since we've talked about this, but yeah, I've been playing a lot of different things. So.
Fantastic.
What about you, Will? What have you been playing?
Man, I have been not playing as much as you. Clearly. Played a little bit of League, a little bit of Fortnite. They brought the dual pistols back to Fortnite.
Really?
Yeah,
Dualies.
yeah,
Those were my favorite.
dualies.
Those were
Yeah,
my favorite.
the dually
We're gonna be
toolies.
playing.
We won't be
soon.
playing sometime.
So yeah, Retail Row. There's a little hill with a campsite right above it. There's a dude named Cole. He sells it. So only one per match, but you can get the dually toolies.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah. But I have also been playing Dead by Daylight religiously for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've been seeing you like on Discord. I'll see it's like, oh, he's playing Dead by Daylight. I didn't know he played that. So
Yeah. I mean, I tried to play it a while back, and because of skill checks, basically like quick time events where you have to like a little circle and a little thing goes and you have to hit it at a certain time, hit spacebar.
yeah,
I'm terrible at quick time events. So I played it for like maybe an hour, and I was like, I'm done with this. But I picked it up again recently with my buddy Ron, and we've just been grinding through it, and it's really fun. It's super fun. Because every different survivor has all of their different perks. And I mean, same thing for the killers, but it's one of those asymmetrical games. So you've got 4 against 1. So 4 survivors versus 1 killer, and the killer's trying to kill all the survivors, and the survivors have to pop jennies, basically repair generators, and open a door to escape before being killed.
Okay.
But they've got like when it first came out, they didn't have a whole lot of characters. It was just these like random people that they put in the game. But now they've got actual characters, like Steve the Hare Harrington from Stranger Things is in the game as a survivor you can play
Oh,
as,
that's cool.
right? And Nancy Wheeler, which I am going to play as because she has an amazing perk that you can, whenever you're working on a generator, all the other survivors can see you working on that generator and they can come help.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been playing that all crap ton. And I think that's mostly it. Golf with Friends, did try that out with you guys. Got some geometry in.
Mm-hmm.
And I got my first win in marbles on your
Oh,
stream. Yeah,
yay.
so that was awesome. But yeah, I think that's mostly what I've been playing recently. What have you been playing, Lindsay?
Well, a lot of the same stuff. Been doing some marbles and Nick stream and Kozo stream and Stream Raiders as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Stream Raiders. Yeah.
Did some Overwatch last night for the new Lunar event. I like all the skins. So I'm excited about that. I think this is one of the best events they've had skin wise in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like all of them. The Reaper face is a little creeperish, but it's okay.
Reaper.
Played a little Fortnite.
Yeah, we haven't played it
as much. Started playing at Coaster also. Really enjoying it. I failed at the second scenario, so I'm trying that over, and I'm doing much better this time. Oh.
I mean, that could have been it.
Golf with Friends.
GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr. I've been hitting that up. Yeah. That's my gaming life.
Yeah.
The past few.
Yeah, it hasn't been much, but yeah, that's what we've been playing. A lot of different things. Everything's cool. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to move on to our out of the box gaming news. Welcome to Out of the Box Gaming News with Lindsey Picard.
EA Sports confirmed it will once again work on college football games. The last one it released was NCAA Football 14 for PS3 and Xbox 360. Activision reportedly banned over 60,000 Call of Duty Warzone players to curb the game's rampant cheating, marking the game's third major wave of bans. Sony revealed during a financial results meeting that Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales sold through 4.1 million units in just 6 weeks. Valve is being accused of holding video game companies to unfair pricing standards, making them unable to compete on other sites. A recently published patent suggests Sony may implement a Wi-Fi transceiver? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
In future PlayStation controllers, alongside the standard Bluetooth transceiver to potentially reduce input latency. That's all the news for today.
That's cool.
Wow.
Out of all of this from the news, I am most excited for EA Sports confirming that we're getting NCAA football back. But at the same time, I just hope they keep it like what they did before, and they don't just be like, oh, we're just going to copy Madden. Because if that's the case, then I'm just going to be disappointed and I probably won't play it.
They're just going to copy Madden.
I don't want them to, because it was so much better than Madden back then, and it's still probably better than Madden today, the old game.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to copy Madden, because I actually would love to play an NCAA football game again.
I will put money on
Yeah, they'll probably be lazy.
They're gonna copy Madden and be
like,
all right, cool. We're just gonna circulate these characters. I mean, players. I mean, real life people.
I will say, I wanted to make a joke I saw on Facebook. ESPN had shared, because they're running out of news, and they had shared this EA Sports thing about the NCAA football, and they were like, who do you want on the cover? And the picture they showed had Justin Fields, I think is his name, the Ohio State quarterback, on there. And some of you may not get this joke, but someone was like, you could actually get to play a whole season in the game with him, because half their games were canceled this year and they only played half a season, but still went to the Final Four. Anywho,
Yeah.
no one gets my joke, but it's okay. Carrying on.
I'm not big on sports ball, but I do think that's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Cool that Activision is, banning over 60,000, cheaters. Why you gotta cheat? That's super lame. Why would anybody want to cheat? Like,
My question is, can't they just ban cheaters as they go? Why does it got to be like, okay, guys, it's time to ban 60,000 people?
Yeah, like batch banning.
Yeah, why can't you just like every Monday let's ban some people?
Yeah.
Why does it got to be? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I don't either. Miles Morales selling over 4 million units in 6 weeks. Yeah, good job. It was a great game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay, this whole Valve being accused of holding video game companies to unfair pricing standards, making them. It's a gaming company. They're the ones that made. Oh crap! What did they make?
Valve is Steam, isn't it?
Is it? I thought
Isn't
they were.
Valve Steam?
Thought it was
Because they made Portal and all those games.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I may be way missing the mark, but I'm pretty sure Valve is Steam.
Their software Steam, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But they did Counter-Strike.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's interesting.
Half-Life, Portal, Team Fortress 2, Dota 2,
yeah.
Artifact,
They've
Left
made
4 Dead.
They've made some good games.
They have. They really have.
Can I get another Portal game, please? I know they normally don't make a third.
Please, just a crumb of Portal.
Just give me another Portal game. I don't care about the Half-Life 3. I know a lot of people say, Half-Life 3 confirmed, but I'm not about that. Give me Portal. I'll take Portal. And then the whole thing for Sony, patenting this future PlayStation controller thing or whatever. I mean, that's cool to reduce input lag. I mean, I don't really notice a lot of input lag anyways. But I mean, it could just be very little. I don't know. Kind of cool.
Yeah, Wi-Fi in your controller.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking of all the applications for that. What can you connect to in your house with a Wi-Fi connection?
Can I how there are these smart ovens?
Mm-hmm.
Can I turn on my oven with my PlayStation 5 controller?
So is this really going to be where our
So cool.
the PlayStation 5 controller or just a controller is just going to be the universal controller for everything? Everything that's like a smart device that's connected to Wi-Fi. That's cool.
Just be gaming and be like, oh man, I have to preheat the oven.
The oven.
No
Click.
problem. Hit the PS button, go over to oven, turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's cool. That's awesome to think about. Yeah.
I'm down with it.
All right, but we are running out of time, so
I hope you guys have been thinking about that trivia question because it is time to give our answers.
Yeah. So my question today:
Mhm.
Who were the first rappers to have their very own mainstream video game?
wait, it's not the game I'm thinking of, it's the rappers?
Yes.
Frick. No idea. I may be able to say one. I might be able to tell you one. Maybe two. Maybe not three. Not three. Maybe two.
So is this a rap group or is this
Like individual
different rappers? Am I allowed to know that?
I don't know. How many rap groups are there?
I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of rap groups, but I have a specific thing in my mind if it's not rap groups. But if it is rap group,
I have a specific thing in my mind. I just can't think of all the different rappers.
Okay, I think. Okay.
Do I get extra points if I say the game or the game?
Who were the first rappers? I'll say it's a group.
Okay.
What was the first? Yeah. I mean, they were the first rappers to have the very own mainstream game, but the rappers are a rap group.
I don't know rap groups, so I'm not going to get this. I mean,
I think I might know this one.
Look, I'm just going to say what's going through my mind. Whenever they said rappers, okay, now I'm thinking of Def Jam, like Vendetta or whatever, because it's like a wrestling thing with a bunch of different rappers or whatever. And now I don't know rapper groups unless that's the group is like Def Jam or whatever. I didn't know that. But I know there's like Ice Cube's in there, 50 Cent or something. I think he might be in that game. I don't know. That's going through my head, and those are my answers. I don't know how you want to take it.
Okay.
That's the only thing I have.
Mr. Will, what you got?
I must say Wu-Tang Clan.
Hey, yeah, it's Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know rapper groups. I didn't know that was a thing.
Do you know the game?
I don't remember the name of the game, but I saw it on a Facebook video a couple months ago, and that information just burned in my brain that Wu-Tang Clan had a game. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it was released in 1999. Wu-Tang Shaolin style.
Wu-Tang Shabba-Lubba-Ding Dong.
No. Even so, it resulted in PlayStation producing a custom controller shaped like the Wu-Tang Clan's logo. Yeah, 1999, Wu-Tang Clan. I'm not familiar with their work, but I have heard the name. So
yeah,
they're like the rap version of Slipknot. There's like 30 dudes in that group.
If you had asked me what does the Wu-Tang Clan,
yeah,
what kind of music do they do? I wouldn't have known it was rapping.
No idea.
But
that's another one for Will. He got, and I mean, I thought what I had was good. It just, I didn't know. I didn't know it. But yeah, we're going to wrap up this episode, and as we do, we want you to be able to contact us in other media platforms. Will, would you like to go through all of those?
Of course. We've got our YouTube channel at Out of the Box Gaming. We've got our Discord where you can always find us and some sweet, sweet memes. That Discord is linked there at our YouTube channel and anywhere else that you can find our link tree. We've got our Instagram at OOTB_gaming. Our Twitter handle is at gaming OOTB. And we've got a fun TikTok, which is at OOTB gaming. Please be sure to check out our Patreon and see all those awesome perks that you can unlock there. And a big shout out to our Collector's Edition Patreon Kitsune Myth, also known as Cody Watkins, because I'm going to start just calling him by his gamer tag now. One heck of a guy. We love him very much. Thank you so much.
If you would like to find me, you can do that by going to YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram at AceKingKing, and Twitter's AceKingKing77.
Please be sure to leave a review on our podcast on whichever platform you found us. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we post a video, you silly. And thank you so very much for listening. Please join us next week.
Yeah, this has been Out of the Box Gaming with Will, Nick, and Lindsay. Thanks for playing along.